Gildan Media presents Your Coach in a Box, affordable, life-changing audio programs.
Alcoholics Anonymous, the landmark of recovery and vital living. Newly abridged and introduced by Mitch Horowitz for the Condensed Classics Library. Narrated by Mitch Horowitz. Introduction. Abridging a Sacred Text. You are about to encounter an abridgment of probably the greatest work of modern self-help. That Alcoholics Anonymous has saved and revitalized countless lives since its initial publication in 1939 does not require excessive restatement here. More important is that some readers who have experienced the power of this book would understandably chafe at the notion of its abridgment. To some, Alcoholics Anonymous is a work of almost scriptural significance, and condensing it can seem like an act of heresy, if not cynicism. I can promise you that my motive is neither. As a writer, historian, and seeker, I approach this book on bended knee and with deepest gratitude. I consider it the most effective program of spiritual self-help of the past 100 years, and perhaps beyond. My intent in condensing this work is not to replace or sidestep the complete version of the Big Book, which I encourage you to read. My aim, rather, is to supply a resource for people who may be unready to dive into the Big Book, but can be induced by this shorter and equally faithful journey. The condensed edition is also for veterans of the Big Book who wish to review or re-encounter its core points. Whatever brings you to this edition, you can experience its ideas in about an hour of reading or listening. Is the length of a lunch break or a morning commute too much to dedicate to a philosophy of self-development that can change everything for you or for someone you love? Alcoholics Anonymous was written for alcoholics and their loved ones, but it is not for them alone. As readers and self-improvers have repeatedly discovered, the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, which are described in Chapter 4, are a blueprint that can be applied to virtually any life-depleting habit or compulsion, such as anger, gambling, drugs, debt spending, or chronic overeating. Although the book was written by and for those who struggle with alcohol, nearly...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?